Hello student, our topic name is reproduction in lower and higher plant. Topic name is reproduction in lower and higher plant. In previous video, we learned development of the embryo, development of endosperm and development of the embryo. These development seen in a post-fertilization changes. What is post-fertilization changes? The changes take place inside the ovary and ovule, along with the development of endosperm and embryo. These changes are known as a post-fertilization changes. In angiosperm, the special characteristic is double fertilization. Double fertilization means out of two male gamete, one male gamete fuses with egg to form a diploid zygote, and another male gamete fuses with secondary nucleus to form a triploid primary endosperm nucleus. So, in previous lecture, we learned this term. What is fertilization? What is double fertilization? What is the meaning of the post-fertilization? How endosperm is developed and how embryo developed. So, endosperm consists of three types depending upon their development. First type is a nuclear, second type is a cellular, and third type is a helopelid. In embryo development, first initial cell is the zygote. Zygote converted into the oospore. Oospore divided to unequal cell. One cell is a basal cell and another cell is the apical cell. Basal cell is known as a suspensor cell and apical cell is known as a terminal cell. Then suspensor cell form the growth of the cell, and suspensor cell again divide and form a haustoria at apex and hypophysis at the basal cell. Then the terminal cell divide and it form the octant stage. From this octant, four cells of group form one tier and four cells of the group form the another tier. Then there is the formation of the globular mass of the embryo. Then heart-shaped embryo is formed, and lastly development of an embryo is completed. So, embryo development and endosperm development take place in a post-fertilization changes. Then, after fertilization, we know after fertilization, first point, ovary is converted into the fruit. After fertilization, ovary is converted into the fruit. Second point, ovule is converted into seed. So student, remember this point. After fertilization, ovary is converted into the fruit. Ovule is converted into the seed. Then ovary then consists of two integument. So, and this ovule is a bitechnic. Bi means two integuments are present. Then outer integument, outer integument, outer integument is get converted into the outer seed coat. It is called as a testa. It is called as a testa. And inner integument, get converted into inner seed coat. That is, it is called as a tegmen. So, first point, ovary is converted into the fruit. Ovule is converted into the seed. Integuments are converted into the seed coat. Outer integument is converted into the testa. Inner integument is converted into the tegmen. And after fertilization, wall of the ovary is converted into the wall of the fruit. Ovary wall is converted into the fruit wall. There are two types of the fruits. Fruits are the dry and fleshy. When fruits are the fleshy, for example mango, coconut, then the fruit wall is divided into how many types? Fleshy, infleshy fruit. Wall is known as a pericarp, and this pericarp is divided into three layers. Outer layer is known as a epicarp. Middle layer is called the mesocarp, and inner layer is called the endocarp. When fruits are fleshy, then pericarp divided into three layers. First layer is known as a epicarp, second layer is known as a mesocarp, and third layer is known as a endocarp. And it also included the seeds. Inside the fruit, number of the seeds are present. So, after fertilization, ovary is converted into the fruit. What is the definition of a fruit? The ripened ovary or matured ovary is called as a fruit. What is flower? The modified shoot for a sexual reproduction is known as a flower. What is fruit? Ripened, mature ovary is known as a fruit. Then ovule get converted into the seeds. Integuments get converted into the seed coat. In angiospermic plant, generally two integuments are present. So, outer integument get converted into outer seed coat. This outer seed coat is called the testa, and inner integument get converted into the tegmen. Outer testa, inner tegmen. Then ovary wall get converted into the fruit wall. This fruit wall is known as a pericarp. But when fruits are is known as a endocarp. It included one or more seeds. Then after fertilization, nucellus it is also the part of the ovule. Nucellus is made up of 8 parenchymatous cells. Nucellus is called as a megasporangium. And after fertilization, these nucellus get converted into the perisperma. Nucellus get converted into the perisperma. So these are the changes that take place after the fertilization. Inside the ovary, inside the ovule, then fruit formation take place, then seed formation take place. Then we learn, depending upon the presence or absence of endosperm, the seeds are classified into two types. First type is endospermic seed and second type is a non-endospermic seed. Students, learn this point. Endosperm persist or when it get consumed, then seeds are classified into two types. First type is the endospermic seed and second type is called as a non-endospermic seed. Endospermic seed, it is also called albuminous seed, and non-endospermic seeds are also called ex-albuminous seed. Depending upon endosperm persist or endosperm consumed, the seeds are classified into how many types? Two types. First type is a endospermic seed and second type is called as a non-endospermic seed. Endospermic seed, they are also called as a albuminous seed, and non-endospermic seeds are also called as a ex-albuminous seed. So student, we write the characteristic of the endospermic seed and non-endospermic seed in a distinguishable chart. So we also from this lecture we also distinguish between endospermic seed and non-endospermic seed. So here first point, remember, endospermic seeds are called as a albuminous seed and non-endospermic seeds are also called as a ex-albuminous seed. What is the meaning of endospermic seed? What is the meaning of endospermic seed? Endospermic seed, that is the seeds in which endosperm persist in a seed. These type of seeds are known as a endospermic seed. Simple definition: when seeds endosperm are present, then it is called as a endospermic seed. Then another definition: what is endospermic seed, endosperm is absent, and endospermic seed, endosperm is present. And endosperm is a triploid in nature. Why triploid? Because male gamete is haploid, but it unite with the secondary nucleus. This secondary nucleus is a diploid. So, formation of the primary endosperm nucleus take place, but it maintain the triploid condition. And in previous lecture, we know the function of the endosperm. What is the function of the endosperm? The function of endosperm is a nutritive tissue. That is, it provides nutrition. So, in those seeds, endosperm are present. Then, endosperm take part in nutrition. So, food storing organ in endospermic seed is a endosperm, but in non-endospermic seed, that is ex-albuminous seed, endosperm is consumed. So, which part involved in the food storage? So, this part is known as a cotyledon. You know the cotyledons. Cotyledons, dicot seed consist of 2 cotyledon, and monocot seed consist only 1 cotyledon. So, in endospermic seed, food storing tissue is known as a food storing structure is endosperm. But in non-endospermic seed, endosperm is absent. So, food stored by cotyledon. So, in endospermic seed, cotyledons are thin and papery. Why in endospermic seed, cotyledons are thin and papery? Because in endospermic seed, endosperm persist in a seed, but this endosperm take part in the food storage. So, cotyledon does not take part in a food storage. So, here cotyledons are a thin and papery. But opposite point, in non-endospermic seed, cotyledons are thick and fleshy. Cotyledons are thick and fleshy. Why? In non-endospermic seed, cotyledons are thick and fleshy, because in non-endospermic seed, endosperm is absent. So, cotyledon store, reserve food material. So, cotyledon become thick and fleshy in non-endospermic seed. So, cotyledons are a thick and fleshy in a non-endospermic seed. So, you understand this concept. Seeds are classified into how many types? 2 types. First type is a endospermic seed. Second type is a non-endospermic. Endospermic seeds are also called as a albuminous. Non-endospermic seeds are also called ex-albuminous. Endosperm persist lastly in the seed. Endosperm consumed during development in a non-endospermic seed. Food stored in endosperm and food stored in a cotyledon. So, Cotyledons are thin and papery, and in non-endospermic seed, cotyledons are thick and fleshy. Cotyledons are thick and fleshy. Example of endospermic seed, both monocot as well as diploid. Example of the monocot endospermic seed, for example, cereals. Then another example is a coconut. And diploid endospermic seed, for example, cotton, castor, cotton, coffee. Diploid endospermic seed, for example, remember this example: castor, cotton, and coffee. And example of non-endospermic seed, diploid, for example, pea, bean, gram, mango. Monocot example is orchid, Vallisneria, etc. So these points classified and endospermic seed and non-endospermic seed. You remember this difference. Endospermic seeds are also called as a albuminous seed, and non-endospermic seeds are also called ex-albuminous seed. In endospermic seed, endosperm persists at the end point of the seed, and in non-endospermic seed, endosperm consumed during development. Here endosperm is present, so food stored in a endosperm. Here in non-endospermic seed, food stored in a cotyledon. Cotyledons are thin and papery in endospermic seed. In non-endospermic seed, cotyledons are thin and fleshy. Example: cereals, coconut, castor, cotton, coffee. Example: pea, bean, gram, mango, orchid, and Vallisneria. Then you observe the diagram of endospermic seed. This is the diagram of the bean seed. It consists how many cotyledon? 2 cotyledon. It consists 2 cotyledon. And at uppermost part, it consists epicotyl, then hypocotyl, and chlorine is called as a seed coat. In monocot seed, outermost covering is the seed coat. Then abalone layer is present. Then it is divided into 2 parts. First part is the endosperm. Then it also consists of the scutellum, coleoptile, plumule, radicle, and polyrhizum. Remember this point. Covering of the plumule is called as a coleoptile, and covering of the radicle is called as a polyrhizum. So it is the difference between endospermic seed and non-endospermic seed. And these are the changes that take place after the fertilization. Ovaries get converted into the fruit. Ovule get converted into the seed. Integuments get converted into the seed coat. Outer integuments get converted into the testa. Inner integuments get converted into the tegmen. Fleshium, ovary get converted into the fruit ball. This fruit ball is known as a pericarp. But when fruits are fleshy, then pericarp is classified into outer epicarp, middle mesocarp, inner endocarp, and ocellus get converted into the perisperma. Depending upon endosperm present, that is endosperm persistent or endosperm consumed, seeds are classified into 2 types. First type is a endospermic seed. Second type is called as a non-endospermic seed. Endospermic seeds are also called as a albuminous seed. Non-endospermic seeds are also called as a ex-albuminous seed. In endospermic seed, endosperm persists. In non-endospermic seed, endosperm is consumed. Then food stored in endospermic seed, in non-endospermic seed, endosperm is absent, so food stored in a cotyledon. In endospermic seed, food does not stored in cotyledon, so cotyledons are thin and papery. But in non-endospermic seed, food stored in a cotyledon, so their cotyledons are thin and fleshy. Example: castor, cotton, coffee, coconut. Then non-endospermic, for example, pea, bean, gram, mango, orchid, and then Venezuela. Then we learn the significance of the seed and fruit. What is the significance of seed and fruit? First significance: fruit provide nourishment. Fruit provide nourishment to developing seed. First function of fruit, that is, it provide nourishment to developing seed. It provide nourishment to developing seed. Second function, fruit also take part in a protection. Fruit also protect the seed in immature condition. So protection of the seed take place by the fruit. So two functions you remember. First function, fruit provide nourishment to seed. Then another function, fruit protect the seed in immature condition. Fruit provide nourishment to seeds because inside the fruit number of the seeds are one or many seeds are present. And what is the another function? Fruit protect the seed in immature condition, and then seed and fruit develop special device for a dispersal. So distribution of the species, fruits and seeds are responsible, and seed, it is a propagating organ, that is, under favorable condition seed form the seedling, that is, young plant body is a developed. So these are the function of the fruit and function of the seed. First function is fruit provide nourishment to seeds. Second function, fruit protect the seeds in immature condition. Third function, fruit and seeds develop special device for their dispersal. So through the fruit and seed, distribution of the species take place. And last function of seed. Seed, it is a propagating organ, and under favorable condition it forms the seedling. So in this lecture we learn the term seed and fruit development. Seeds are developed from a ovule, and fruit are developed from ovary. Ovary and ovule, it is the part of the carpel, that is pistil. Pistil consists of three parts. Upper part is stigma, middle part is style, and lower fertile globular part is known as a ovary. Inside the ovary, number of the ovules present. Ovule means the egg containing body, and inside the ovule, female gametophyte, that is embryo sac, is present. This embryo sac is a 7-celled, 8-nucleated, endospermic and monospermic. So it is the endosperm, and then we seen changes take place in post fertilization. What is syncamy? What is triple fusion? Syncamy means single fertilization, and triple fusion form the endosperm. Endosperm is a nutritive in function, and when endosperm present in seed, it is called as a endospermic seed, and when endosperm is absent, then these seeds are called as a non-endospermic seed. So, in this topic, we learn first article reproduction, second article mode of reproduction, asexual, vegetative and sexual. Then we also learn the structure of flower. The plant's most attractive part is a flower, and in this flower essential floral coral, that is androecium and gynoecium present. Androecium consists of the stamen and gynoecium consists of carpel. Stamens, in stamen anther connective filament, carpel stigma, style and stigma, style and ovary. Anther is a fertile part. Here ovary is a fertile part. In anther, number of the pollen grains are present. In ovary, ovules are present. Then development of the male gametophyte, development of the female gametophyte, pollination, pollinating agent, pollen pistil interaction, fertilization, double fertilization, and post fertilization changes. First development of the endosperm, second development of the embryo, and second last point, the development of the seed and fruit. So in this lecture we learn the seed and fruit development. So you understand this point. Then in next lecture we learn what is parthenocarpy, what is apomixis, and then we also learn the